Hi everybody. So today we're going to be doing a project using this nail art. Now some of it's foil and some of it is like flakes of like a cello glitter. And I've used cello glitter before, but I can't find it in many of these colors. Matter of fact, they stopped using the bluish purple one. So now I have the foil art, and this kit comes in a nice plastic case. It's wrapped in bubble wrap and in a plastic baggie, and they're glass cabochons, but oval glass cabochons. And they come with matching pendant trays. So that's really nice. They'll be perfect fit. You don't have to search around for the proper fitting. And the next thing you will need is some nail polish or paint, whatever you prefer. The paint costs like $1.49 and the nail polish, but I'm using the black and red. And I really love these, so many different colors. And I like this case because I can use this later on. And you're going to need some toothpicks. So I'm going to take about 2 or 3 out and put that aside. Okay, so now you're going to take your glass cabochon. You're going to make sure that the flat side is the side you're going to use, and you're going to make sure it's clean. So take like a paper towel or something and clean it. Once you know it's nice and clean, now the first step we're going to need is to pick out your colors that you're going to use before you do anything with that. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking what colors I might use. Now I'm going to go ahead and use some black nail polish, and I'm going to paint the back of that. But I'm going to open this up and take some of these out, and they're little round plastic pots that you unscrew, and it's great because you can save these for later and store some seed beads in there if you'd like. They're not very big, but you only need a little of this for each one of your project, and you could always use a tweezer. So make sure you have a tweezer because you're going to want to pick them out like that. Also, some scissors. I have a pair of small ones or big ones. You can see them right there. Now, look at this. I've already gone and picked my colors. I picked red, gold, the royal blue, and the silver. I don't think I'm going to use that black because I'm going to paint it black and you wouldn't see that. Okay, so I'm going to pick this out with my tweezers, and for some of these pieces come in little flakes, but some of them it's foil and not like the plastic cello glitter, so you're going to have to take it and you're going to have to trim it up just to be just a little smaller. So you could either use that little scissor or a big scissor. Now I'm going to take a big scissor and I'm just going to give it a nice trim. Okay, so then I don't have a big piece, just, I don't want to use all of it. So just use some flakes. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is take some clear nail polish, and on the back side of your cabochon, which is the flat side, you're going to put enough on, a nice amount, and you're going to use like a liquidy kind, not a thick kind that's yellow. You don't want that because then it turns yellow. You want a nice, very liquidy, clear nail polish, not a top coat, not a base coat, but just clear nail polish. And at this point, if you wanted to add glitter, you could certainly use some glitter nail polish. And then you could also just sprinkle some glitter after you put the clear nail polish. But I'm not going to use glitter, so now I'm going to take my tweezers and my toothpick, and I'm going to start placing the different color foil nail art where I want them. Now you can use fantasy film, cello glitter, whatever you like. But this is easy. You could buy a whole bunch of different colors that came in that one kit that I showed you. So as you see, I'm going around using all these different colors, and I'm breaking them apart, little pieces, and trim where needed, and then place it down using your tweezers and your toothpick to make sure that they're nice and flat. So we're going to go around and we're going to place them where we want, and we're going to make sure they're all flattened down. And from time to time, we will be flipping it over by gently putting your fingers alongside of the glass cabochon to flip it over to look. Because you want to know your placement of where you're placing it. Do you need more over here? Do you need more different colors? So see how I'm holding it and I flipped it? This is how I know where I want to place my foil nail art or solo glitter. So you can see the big gaps. So I'm just going to continue placing this with my toothpick. You could lay it flat or hold it, whatever's your preference, whatever's easier for you. And I, every so often, like to flip it over. So when you're done placing all your foil nail art, you're going to want to put another coat of clear over it and then let that dry before you put your paint color on it. So once I did that, I'm going to make sure it's all flattened with my toothpick and flip it over and see if I'm happy with it. See? And that's what it'll look like without any paint on the back. Now when I put some paint on the back, which is going to be black nail polish, it's going to make those colors pop. So I'm going to get ready and I'm going to grab my black nail polish. And I'm just going to put it on, but when you're putting it on, make sure you put it on with little taps. Now, your cello glitter or your foil nail art shouldn't go anywhere. It shouldn't move around because you should have waited for that clear coat that you put on top of it to dry. But what you want to do is do nice little strokes and pat it on. Don't go heavy-handed. And get a nice glob of it and drip it on there and move it about. Like, you see how I'm patting it? Now don't worry if you get a little on the sides or on top of the glass cabochon. The great thing is because it's glass, all you need to do is once this is all dry, you can get a Q-tip with a little nail polish remover and wipe it. And see how every now and then I flip it over gently to look at it to see if I need more? Because you want to make sure you're getting the edges. And you may not see that from where you're painting, so you might have to hold it like I'm holding it and flip it over every now and then to make sure that it covered the edges and that you're happy with it. And again, like I said, if you do get a little on it, just get a Q-tip with a little nail polish remover and rub it on there and it'll take it right off, and then shine it and clean it up with a little uh, Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol to shine it up after that, okay? So make sure your surface area is clean. And while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and make my second one. And again, I made sure that it was clean. And I'm using the back side, which is the flatter side of the glass cabochon. And these are the colors that I have in front of me that I'm going to use. You want to make sure that everything's ready for you, all your supplies, before you start putting the clear, because the clear will start to dry up, okay? So I picked this nice coppery color, and I picked an orange that I don't know if I'm going to use. And again, I love this one, this blue one I used before because it has flakes and it's not foil. Like I said, in this kit, some are foil, some are flakes, and I'll be putting the links to all of these things that I'm using along with the video. But depending on what platform I'm putting this video on, I used to be on YouTube, so now I'm on Facebook. But wherever I am, the links will be there. All right, so you can sprinkle some of this. Make sure that you get the loose pieces. You don't want to waste them. These are the flakes. They're so much easier to deal with, but the foil isn't bad either. Again, just putting some of the flakes, and I'm making sure that I'm getting it in many spaces. Now, this one I don't want to cover the whole thing like the first one. I kind of want to make sure there's a little space so you see more of the paint on the back. So again, repeating the process of tapping it down with the toothpick. And the toothpick's a little tacky, so I can just do that to get that. And then I flip it over to make sure where I want my colors, if I like that, if it's good enough. So once you're done, make sure that you put another coat of clear nail polish over it, and then you're going to let it dry and then apply your color. Okay? It's very important you do that, kind of seals it in. But if you see at some point that you need a little more, go ahead and add a little more of your foil art or your cello glitter. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the nail polish. Again, I'm using the black nail polish with the same process. Make sure you shake it up good and then just do the patting down. Again, you should wait for that second coat of clear to dry before you start putting your color on it. And you're going to want to make sure you use enough, you see? So again, you gently hold the sides and you turn it over to make sure you got all the edges. And once you're happy with that, you're going to let it sit and you're going to let it dry. Okay, and that's what the first one looks like. It dried up. Isn't that nice? And it's really like glowing. See how it glows with the foil and everything? And it's going to go in this pendant tray that came with the kit with the glass cabochons. And I'm going to show you what I do to glue that. So you're going to need some E6000 jewelry glue. It's clear, it's the best, and I use it for everything. Okay, so now you want to make sure that the back is not tacky, that it's dry. Otherwise, that could come off when you glue it. All right, so they're both fine. So now I'm going to take my pendant tray. I'm going to make sure that it's clear. I'm going to just go ahead and put some of the glue right on there. And you want to make sure you have a paper towel nearby so that you can wipe any that might get on your pendant tray. You're also going to want to make sure you have your toothpick and you're going to want to swirl that and make sure you get all around the edges and the center. Work it all around. You don't need too much, but if you find if you need a little more, go ahead and grab your glue and put some more in. And I'm going to need a little more. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little more of my glue, but this time I'm going to use one of these stir sticks and put it on because it's such a big pendant tray. And I'm just going to smear that on, and you want to make sure that it's not globbing, that you spread it nicely and get the edges and all around. And like I said, if you get any on your pendant tray, go ahead and just take your paper towel and wipe it off. And make sure that you're getting every inch of that so that your cabochon sticks to it really well and doesn't fall out. Because if you're going to make this, you want it to stay, especially if you're going to give it as a gift or to sell. Okay, so now we're ready. See, I'm going to take this one and we're going to go ahead and we're going to see which side we want facing up or down. Towards where you're going to hang it because there's a little hook in there where you'd hang it. So you want to make sure that it's straight and you want to make sure that you pick which end you want up or down. Okay? So now that I'm happy and I gave it a good push down, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to let it sit dry and I'm happy with the placement. So there it is. It's on its pendant tray. And you see how that glows even when the light's not hitting it? I love those nail art foils. It's really nice, the different combinations. So even if you don't use a lot, you have that paint in the background to really make those colors pop. And I love the black. It's my favorite to make colors pop. Okay, so I went ahead and glued the second one. Now to clean it, you just need a Q-tip and a little rubbing alcohol, not witch hazel, but rubbing alcohol. Make sure you blot it so you're not over dripping it, and then gently go around it to give it that nice shine. And you want to wait till your cabochons about 20 minutes for them to dry so you don't move it. But see, look how shiny they're getting. And what I like about that is it gives it such a nice clean shine and it takes away your fingerprints where water would leave a film. So it's best to do that. Okay, and there you are. See, it's all done. Aren't they pretty? I also did another one with a red background, and I'm going to show you that in a minute, but I really, really love these. Okay, so here they are done, and they really look nice. Even with very little light, they seem to glow in the dark. This is the one I did with red. I used black, I used some of that yellow, and I also used another color, gold. And there they are together. My two favorite colors to use are the black and the red for a background. But you can use any color nail polish or paint you want. And that's how the red turned out. I used very little of the nail art, the foils and the glitter, because I didn't want to overpower it. And it really looks nice. I'm really happy with that. And that's how it would look on a choker, to give you an idea. Now you can hang this on a chain. Now you see that the top part goes from left to right, so you would have to put a jump ring facing up and down for it to hook. And here's the first one I did, and that's how, to give you an idea what it would look like hanging off of a choker. And again, you could put it on a chain if you want. These are very large and substantial in size. And here's the other one. I really, really am happy with the way they turned out. So I just wanted to show you this one, a lighter one. The other ones were brighter in color and darker, and this one's a lighter color, and all I did was use different color nail polishes, a clear to stick the nail art pieces of like cello glitter, fantasy film, I guess, and then instead of the foil nail art, that's what I had used. And I also put, not only did the clear to adhere the cello glitter, I also added some glitter nail polish, and then that's when I affixed all the cello glitter nail art, and then from there I painted it different colors with different color nail polishes. A copper and a gold fleck nail polish, and then I finished it off with a black nail polish all on the back to give it a little darker. Here's another color. It's the purple, and I used again purple nail polish, and I used the foil art as well as some of the cello-y glitter and glitter. So this is just another color you can do, and this kit I got off of Amazon, and I will be putting the link below in the description box, so be sure that you look for that and click it and check it out. And just wanted to show you all the different colors you can make with this. They're a lot of fun. Don't forget to look for the links, and I hope you like this fast, easy, affordable craft. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.